Hey there YouTube, welcome to Big Mike Beard Wisdom. So, we're back on the Gambler, and today we're fixing one of the more annoying things about the Gambler, and that's the hood struts. So, having a block of wood, propping a hood open, it's never fun for anybody. Because one, are you driving around with a block of wood in your car? Is it knocking around back and forth in your trunk? Or, are you just left kind of like trying to put the hood on your shoulder while you try and do stuff real fast? Otherwise, another good trick is putting a set of vice grips right on the hood strut itself, and that kind of acts as a stop. So basically, instead of having a block of wood kind of like creasing your under hood insulation or maybe crushing a vacuum line or something, basically all you do is just raise the hood up, set your vice grip, and now you're good to go. So the vice grip's just holding on the rod, and that's stopping it from sliding down. You do want to make sure that's nice and tight, because if this sucker launches, it'll be about the same thing as the wood block launches, and you're getting smacked. But changing out hood struts, pretty easy stuff. It all kind of depends on the design. This one looks pretty simple. So this is like a spring clip, and then there'll be like a ball socket kind of thing on the inside of there. All you have to do is kind of slide this back. That way it's not holding on around to the ball socket so much. Same thing with down here. Same situation. Sometimes these have maybe a bolt or screw or something like that that'll just screw in which case it's all similar. You want to make sure your hood's in the upright position and secured. So I know that that one's going to hold it perfectly fine for now. I can go ahead and pop this one off. So just kind of set the screwdriver in that spot there, free up some space, and then that pulls off. So you can see how that looks. This is dirty, maybe a little rusty. So what I'd recommend in this situation is to actually kind of hit that with something. And then real quick, we'll pop the bottom off. So same procedure. Just kind of find a little spot that you can put a screwdriver. Open the gap up. Now you can just rip that spring off probably completely. That way it's just out of the way and you don't have to deal with it. Then that just slides off. So this looks to be kind of same situation. Little dirty, little kind of nasty, little rusty. And different manufacturers make different things that they can put on stuff. So for me, sometimes just a little bit of garage door lube works fine. And then I ordered this Ultra Power part number 4160 lift support off of Rock Auto. It was the one that it said it would fit. You always want to double check parts just to be 100% sure. So you can see, you line up the top, looks about the same length rod wise, about the same length body wise, so we should be good. This might be just a touch longer in total. And then installing these is pretty simple, just a reverse process. You don't even have to mess with this with a screwdriver at all. You just kind of line it up, slide it on, and you're good to go. This one, this is just facing the wrong way, so I'm just going to go turn this so it's facing the right way. And you can see I'm a little short, but it's probably because of how the hood's leaning. So just prop the hood up a little bit more. Now that's in place. Make sure it's secured, so we're good to go. Now it's always fun to see if one strut all by itself will hold the hood up. So we'll just let this loose. You can see one good hood strut holds the hood fine. Now to replace that one. But just to be safe, I'm still going to put not the vice grip on anything, because I don't want the vice grip accidentally marring anything or the new rod at all. So I'm just going to put this block of wood right here just as an extra buffer, just in case I wind up doing something and I don't want that slamming down on my nice can of garage door lube. So like the old song goes, second verse, just like the first, all we're going to do, slip the screwdriver in here, loosen the spring up a little bit, slide this off. This actually looks like it's in better shape, a little bit less rusty. Same thing with the bottom here. Slide that in, free it up a little bit, slide it off, give it a quick spritz. Shazam! Take the new rod, verify it's about the same length, so you can see I'm willing to bet this is about half to quarter inch longer, which isn't so much an issue when you're holding the hood up as much as when you go to shut the hood. And then same situation, so hood kind of laid down a little bit on this side, so just use your shoulder, prop it up, hear the wood block fall, pop this in, make sure this is on and secure, make sure that's on secure, and it's all floating like magic. So that's all good to go. And then real quick, all we're going to do is just slam the hood. Hood shuts. It's good and down. Nothing weird seems to have appeared over here, like no bends or something like that. So that little half inch that was off, not a big deal. And if we could see under the hood, I bet we'd see that there's probably still a little bit of rod out that's not fully compressed. So there's probably a fair amount of space depending on how things are designed. Then we pop the hood real quick, and moment of truth. See if it lifts itself. It's magic. So now this huge pain in the butt of just having the hood, you know, hanging out, kind of flopping, is all fixed. Hood struts are pretty easy. They're nothing overly complicated. They're pretty much the same thing as like a trunk, tailgate, liftgate, some window struts and stuff like that. A lot of them are pretty simple. Just got to look at how they're attached. If yours is like this one and it's spring style, it's going to work exactly the same way. If it's a bolt style, those are a little bit different. So those, instead of just being, you know, quick and simple with a screwdriver, popping out, pop them in, run away, you got to do a little bit more stuff. Maybe you got to play with the socket. Maybe you got to make sure everything's all lined up, screwing stuff in, screwing stuff out. Got to be a little bit more careful with it. But this is the easy kind. In and out, probably less than 30 seconds. A shop may charge you, you know, 0.2 to half hour to replace these, in which case this is all the guy did. Just walk out with a set of vice grips and a screwdriver and the right parts, and away you go. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'll check you next time. Instead of having them and then I ordered, where is it upside down?